from North Alabama. Getting ready to head out on the road, heading to work. Man, this is a mess. Hey, we're finally starting to get it changed back over to snow, at least. It's been a sleet mess, and one of the problems is that we've basically been stuck right on the edge. As you get a couple thousand feet above the ground, we have the snowflake falling, melting, and freezing before it hits the ground. That's how we get that sleet. But I'm headed out now. So you guys enjoy the ride here. I got her in four-wheel drive. I'm not sure I exactly need it, but since I've got a truck, I got a whole load of firewood, so I should have pretty good weight here. But again, we're out in harvest. I've seen them running around on some Odysseys out here. Yeah, and I decided I'm not going to wear my suit on the way into work in case I got to get out. Maybe I'm in the ditch or someone else is in the ditch and I need to help them. One of the roads I'm a little worried about is this one here I'm about ready to get on. Make a complete stop. Have a little fun in the snow. All right, so here we go. Now, the last event in December, this was a mess in here, and I'm kind of going to wait on this car in front of me because if they get stuck going up this hill, that's going to impact me. We're at the corner of basically Bob G. Hughes, right outside of Magnolia Springs subdivision. This is Pine Grove Road and Sam Thomas Road. So I'll go ahead and go now since I think they are going to make it up that hill. So this is Pine Grove Road we're on now. I'll get up just a little bit of speed here because I'm going up this hill and I don't want to have to mash the accelerator to get up because that'll cause me to slip. So I got it in four-wheel drive again. In my big F-250. And I'm not going to be able to read your comments or anything since I'm driving down the road. Kids enjoying the snow and sleet. Not a good day for a motorcycle ride. So we're finally getting the snowflakes that I was hoping we'd see to start the day. And this is, I thought about this before I left, and that is, I don't know if I want to go up this hill or not. That's the thing. Every little hill becomes a real challenge. So I'm going to wait here on this, see what happens here. So we're close to the Pine Grove Baptist Church here. And if I had a small car, I don't think I'd be out on the road at all. They probably have front-wheel drive in that thing, though. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is just basically, I figured I'd give you the road conditions out here in Madison County. About 15, I'd say about 11, 12 miles northwest of Huntsville for those outside of this area. And you can just hear the sleet hitting the truck. It's never fun when you got more snow and sleet on the road than you do on the grass. Now, there's one road I'm probably not going to take, and that's going to be Douglas Road. So I'll probably bypass, because that's got a huge hill on it. And a lot of people wipe out on that. At four-wheel drive, so I don't want to go too fast either. Again, even in four-wheel drive, if it's ice. But I'm weighted down pretty good. Yeah, every little hill. So I'm going to want to slow down a little bit here. I don't want gravity to pull me down. And, you always want to just kind of tap the brakes a little bit. And sometimes I just like to test the road and put my brakes on it to see if it's icy, but I know this is icy. I don't know if Walmart's open or not up here. We'll find out in a second. Jeeps out here. A lot of this is just patience and taking your time. Jeeps are out. They love this weather. I think they help the doctors of the Rocket City Off-Road Group They help some of the doctors and nurses get into work. This looks like it's been treated a little bit here. Oh, it's just a slushy mess right there. Some of the hardest things to do are when you, especially like if you stop on a hill, an incline, and that's where I see a lot of the problems, especially with these two-wheel drive cars. They can't go anywhere. So sometimes you just have to go through the stop sign if you're in that situation. Otherwise, everybody behind you is stuck. So again, this is Pine Grove Road out here in the Harvest, Monrovia area. There's Green Tree Road there. I imagine just about every road in Madison County looks like this. And then you get farther north, and we get more of the true snow, and I think they're approaching 5 inches in around Hazel Green, and there's some 7-inch snowfall totals out in western Lauderdale County. And that's really been where the sweet spot's fired up. And the model guidance, this is as early as this morning, still calling for even 3 inches of snow here through 5 o'clock out here in northern Madison County. But it's had, the models have been so challenged with the type because that little warm nose. Well, I think I'm going to, I don't know, see, I'm debating. I know that hill up there in front of Legacy Elementary. I know that's a real burden. So I'm going to take a left here on Wall Triana. You can see Madison County Sheriff's Officer up there. But yeah, I'm gonna avoid that because I'm avoiding Douglas Road anyway. So I'm gonna slip up here to the north. Dollar General, I don't know if they're open or not. I don't see any cars. So now we're going north on Wall Triana. And yeah, the roads are just a mess. I don't see how they're having school tomorrow. That's the other thing is when you get there's not a lot of traffic out, and there really shouldn't be. But when you get a lot more traffic, you start to have a lot more issues because someone slides out, someone's going too fast. But from what I've seen out here, people are handling it pretty well. You got the Alabama State Trooper over there on the right, checking things out. Maybe he's watching my YouTube video. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in here. Again, this is just my way to work. I figured I'd kind of share the conditions, since some of you are probably just cooped up inside anyway. We're back more to sleet. Again, it transitions from sleet to snow and then sleet to snow. Going to make it over to Highway 53, probably going to go by Sparkman High School and take that route in, because Douglas Road, if you've ever been on Douglas Road, you know it's got the big hill as you get past Jeff Road, and that's what, there's probably cars stuck there, so I'm trying to avoid that. And this is a nice flat road here. While you're here, got subscribe, like, all those things. Again, I don't do as much on Facebook. I mean, I've thrown a lot of video on there, and I'll be doing a Facebook Live later. But I don't know anything about Priceville. I know they probably got sleet down there. Again, you get on the southern edge of this, and it's just sleet. And we're kind of in the sleet now. So we definitely would have had 4 inches on the ground here, and this person's going too fast. We definitely would have had that. But it was all sleet. A lot of it was sleet. All right, I'm turning my heat down because it's hot. Yeah, so I'm going to take a right up here. The problem, some people get going too fast, and you got to stop in this stuff. I mean, if you're going too fast, it's hard to slow down. Semi coming towards me. And let's see, make sure see that guy up there is fishtailing the whole way. I'm going to make sure my headlights are on. That's another thing you want to do. Probably have your headlights on so the visibility's better. So it's Nick Davis up here. That guy's struggling going up that hill. You see how he's fishtailing the whole way? Pickups are bad at that because there's no weight in the back of the bed. All right, so we're on Nick Davis now, out here in Monrovia. Not a lot of people out, and that's good. It's good. It helps all these emergency responders. They don't have to come out and respond to as many. Man, I don't know when that place became a car lot. I guess living in the county is a little different. I've noticed that coming back out and living in the county from living in the city of Madison. The other thing, you kind of notice the slight change in conditions on the road where you get tree lines. You get, snow likes to drift in places and even sleet, but you kind of have a change in everything. So you go over here where the wind, I'm not sure if the wind was because there's no tree row here and there's more accumulation. So I noticed that on my way back from Kansas, the tree line really helped the snow accumulate because it blocked the wind. And a lot of the wind was just blowing it off the road. All right, so far so good. This is Pettis Road and Nick Davis Road. We're going to go up a hill here. I think some of you are just watching for the accidents, right? Kind of like hockey, watch for the fights. All right. Going about 20, 25 miles an hour. Hear that diesel cranking out. Clean off the windshield a little bit. That's another thing you'll want to do. Make sure you got plenty of windshield wiper fluid because when this stuff starts melting, it's just messy. That person probably going a little too fast. I grew up in Kansas driving on this stuff. This guy's definitely going too fast. And that's the thing. He's probably going 40 miles an hour. Another reason to stay home. It's not necessarily your driving, it's the other people's driving. All right, got to get up here. It's going to take Jeff Road north towards Sparkman High School. Because I know a lot of you want to see the conditions on Highway 53. I don't think this road here was pre-treated. And then the other problem we had is we had the freezing rain last night that probably washed away a lot of the pre-treating. So that was, I will tell you, that was unexpected. And I think this morning a lot of people were complaining because they didn't wake up with snow. But the forecast was really for this to start around 6 or 9 o'clock this morning, depending on your location. So that was kind of a challenge. Yeah, last night was kind of a sneaky little surprise there. And usually there is a surprise when you get this true Arctic air in place. Oh, I got someone flying up on me now behind me. Like I said, it's not necessarily your driving. It's the others. Yeah, because once you start to slide or spin out, it's over. Sleet's picking up again. And I do want to make it to work, so. Get the wipers going again so you guys can see a little bit better. Hopefully this person's turning right behind me. Nothing like someone right in your butt when conditions are like this. All right, we're almost to Jeff Road. The other thing I like about this big F-250 is I got really good visibility. So I'm basically pumping the brakes right here. Good, they're turning right. So we are at Jeff and Nick Davis. And all these roads, they all look the same, don't they? I would imagine Highway 53 should look a little better than this, but we'll see. Out here by Phillips Park. I remember my boys playing t-ball there. Another Dollar General. They're everywhere. They got a new sign out here. That's good. I remember coming out here to some of these ball games and these electrical lines here, these TVA. Oh, there's a Corvette over there. I wonder if they're just doing donuts or something. I would not have my brand new Corvette out here in this. God. But anyway, I had an umbrella and it was raining and I could feel an electrical charge while I was holding the umbrella. I thought that was pretty wild. This Kelly Spring Road, I probably will not take that either because I think there's a big hill there. Oh, so far so good as far as everybody else has traveled too. I mean, I'll probably go a little bit faster on Highway 53 because there's 2 lanes, so I have room for error. This person's taking up a little bit more of the road than I wanted them to. All right, we got sleet going on. It's like a big slushy. Yeah, this is just a play day for those four-wheelers. And that guy had it was a brand new Corvette. I think he was out there in the parking lot. I don't know how he's getting any traction. Because I had a old Mustang GT 89, and I would literally be able to get out of the car and push myself out. It was crazy. And it was a 5-speed, so I just put it in gear, and the tires were just spinning, and I just pushed it out. Get closer to Sparkman High School here. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere either. We're going to be cloudy tomorrow. We're going to see some improvement in the roads Wednesday. That's because we'll get some sunshine, and the sunshine helps a lot. And if it clears out at night, we get that sublimation process that will take us from this solid state to a gas. But I mean, it's hard to do when there's a lot of ice, and that's what we have here, a lot of ice. This is probably the worst case scenario here. You have this freezing rain, then the sleet, and then some snow and sleet on top of it. And there's a bumper. They must have had some accident there today. There's another piece of the bumper there. I think that's Kelly Plantation. So here we are at Sparkman High School. Again, I'm going north now. I'm going to catch Highway 53 south on into Jordan Lane. We'll probably see a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of accidents or cars off the road on 53 because people probably going a little bit faster there. So we're going past the high school. A little hilly here. Not too bad. God, it's cold. What's that temperature? 19 degrees. Ugh. I'm going to approach this a little slowly. We got a pedestrian here. $19 degrees. That's the other thing. This cold is just going to be brutal. One of the models had snow again coming in Thursday, but it's kind of a battle between snow, sleet, and rain again on that. But it drops low temperatures down. The GFS this morning for Wednesday morning had the shoals around 11 degrees below zero, which just sounds incredible. That is going to be brutal. Let me see if I can clear this up a little bit. Truck behind me, I don't think they're got four-wheel drive. He's sliding. I wonder if Uber's running that today, huh? Oh yeah, that guy's going too fast there. Yeah, you got to slow down on these turns too, because you fishtail and then you lose it. Oh, that guy's got chains on over there. Yeah, this intersection doesn't look like it's been treated at all. All right, we got a yield sign here, so I'm just going to keep rolling. All right, here's Highway 53 out in Harvest. Kind of see the traditional look here. You got the lane that's most used to the left here, where you got the two trenches, or the trenches I call them, the little marks. 143. I was shooting to get to work. I think I got to cut in like at 250. I got to update the radio too. Yeah, this is just ice. More ice. Going south now. And I'm going, not looking at my phone. So maybe some other people can answer questions if someone's asking questions. Man, this is just a mess. Looks like everybody's behaving themselves, so that's pretty good. Liquor store's closed, looks like. They probably got slammed over the weekend. I don't know what that noise is. It must have been grooved or something in the ice there, making that noise. Man, I didn't even see this apartment complex going up. This whole area is just exploding. There's a new apartment complex on the right there. There's a big pothole there too. Yeah, potholes are going to be a big problem because of this. The temperature dropping. Basically, the ice forms in the existing pothole and cracks, and then it just expands and blows out the asphalt. I'm going about 29 mile an hour here. There's another restaurant there, maybe. Or is that the hospital outpatient place? I thought that was farther up the road, though. So I have to look. Front end doesn't look too good. I'd say we're probably 3 or 4 miles north of Huntsville. Up 30 mile an hour. I think you can get places. You just got to be patient. And if you're going somewhere, I'd call and make sure they're actually open. I bet the Indian Head Estates is a mess. It's awfully hilly in there. Oh, there's a car that spun out. That was earlier in the day, it looks like. Man, you try to get down some of those hills, and you just slide. I'll probably take University Drive home tonight. I got someone coming way too fast in my rearview mirror. We might see our first spin out. At least the truck that was behind me started slowing down some. Kind of like when you're out on a golf course and the guys behind you or gals behind you are going really fast and messes up your game. That's the most annoying thing to me with golf is people that are playing really fast behind you. That's what it feels like. Here comes it. No lights on. There they go. But I'm not in really any hurry because I'm just going to work, right? It's a lot easier to slow down when you're going 30 than it is 45. I'm in four-wheel drive. Kelly Spring Road there. Next road's going to be Douglas Road. He's probably in four-wheel drive, I'd imagine. Still pretty much sleet here. There's just a lot of it. I do not like cold weather. I like to go out to the ski resorts in Colorado and Utah and been to Idaho and California, but I think it's because I choose to do it. I don't choose this weather here. I'm more of a beach person. And it's going to get worse. Later in the week, there's another big Arctic push, like a secondary push of Arctic air coming in. It's just hard to believe it's not snowing, but yet it's 19 degrees. And that's just because that little bit of layer of warm air right above the ground. We're coming up on Douglas Road here. Looks like the elevated roads are still open here. Again, I kind of went around my normal route, which is to take Douglas, and that's just because I didn't want to mess with that hill. I mean, I probably could have made it, but if somebody else is stuck or slides off the road in front of you, turning around on a one-lane road is pretty tough in the snow and ice. So there's Douglas Road. I'm just a little over 30 mile an hour now. So again, this is where Highway 53 turns into Jordan Lane. And it's just something about when you get in the city sometimes, and it's slick like this. You just run it. You get more cars. It gets congested, as you'll probably see here in just a little bit. All right. I'll slow down a little bit here because this gets pretty hectic up in here when it's dry. Birds sure are enjoying this weather. Start getting more traffic here. Gas stations open. And you always want to have at least a half a tank of gas in these situations, especially if you're on a journey, if you're like going out of town. And I've got blankets, water, and I'm ready. Always a Boy Scout. Diesel's down to $3.55. So here's where I kind of start slowing down, approaching this intersection, because I can't just put on my brakes and stop. There comes a point when you're committed, and I'm there now, so I'm just going to keep going through. And then it stops. And it started again. All right, Jordan Lane. They're building a whole new project out here. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, but there's a huge buildup coming out here off the Highway 53. All sleet here. Probably going to change lanes here. You'll also notice a trend with the pattern of traffic is people who just got on the road are probably going to be a little slower than people who've been on the road for a while. I'm sure there's another Dollar General up here. Maybe not, I can't remember. This is going to be Stringfield Road up here, I believe. No truckers with gravel today. Man, there's just so many trucks carrying gravel. I mean, they're leaving in convoys out of there. So we got another chance for snow, sleet, or rain coming Thursday, and then that's followed by more cold air, and it's going to be cold all the way through the weekend. We're going to be below freezing all the way through Thursday morning, the way this looks. And once the models get the snowpack, they're probably going to adjust the temperatures down a little bit. I think we're going 3 or 4 degrees for the low tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't like that either. Because when we start getting that cold, that's when pipes start to burst, and if it stays for too long, you get water mains start to break. A lot of these big deposits of snow are for people who come down from Tennessee. You may see those big lumps on the side of the road. Here's where the fun usually starts, is when you get a group of cars all together. This is going to be Plummer Road and Maston Lake Road. So I'm just going to kind of sit back. That guy's too close. That poor guy's out walking. Gal, excuse me. Covered up. Yeah, the windchill's probably around 4 or 5 right now. Yeah, overall it's pretty manageable. You just got to slow down, take your time, and being higher up in the truck gives me a lot better visibility. Like this situation here, normally I would like go get behind that Jeep in front of me and change lanes, but I'm just gonna sit back because there's no getting around this. So I'll slow her down. This is just gonna continue all afternoon. Yeah, I mean it doesn't look too bad, but the problem is you get someone that goes too fast and there's a chain reaction and it's a mess. And the Jeep should probably change lanes. But like I said, I'm in no hurry. But the next problem becomes someone's going to get up on my butt here in just a little bit. Grizzard Road and Jordan Lane. Oh, just because I think this might get interesting. I'm going to change lanes here and let this person pass me. Because they are going to be really impatient. I have a feeling they're going to get right on that Jeep's butt. You watch this. Going too fast. Here we go. They're going to get impatient and probably take the middle lane. Oh, they did handled that better than I thought they would. There's Woody Anderson Ford on the left. I wonder if they sold any new four-wheel drives over the weekend. That's Parkman Drive. So again, these roads here, they're icy and slushy. I'm seeing a little bit more slush the farther south I go. But even if it's not a sheet of ice, it will be later tonight once the sun goes down. It's just a little bit of that sun, the rays of the sun get down through the clouds. That helps a little bit, but it's going to be iced up. Like Burger King's open. Now my dreaded drive down Oakwood. This road's just too narrow for 4 lanes. I often have to pull my mirrors in when I'm driving down this road because they'll hit someone else's mirrors. Now Walmart's open. They're pretty busy too. I think we got a Rocket City off-road Wrangler up there. I'm coming this way. All right. Almost to work. And I'm going to take up the middle lanes here unless somebody gets behind me because I want room to slide if I slide a little bit. Now, when you got these little, this is an elevated section of the road here, so this spot here gets slicker, quicker. All right. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Maybe I'll be able to write this drive on my off on my taxes. I need to. All right, looks like we got a break in the sleet. but I'm sure there's more coming in from the west. Everybody's doing a pretty good job, though. Again, we're on Oakwood, North Huntsville, getting close to the country club. And I've been in four-wheel drive the whole way. I think this is the longest I've ever been in four-wheel drive. I don't want to make any mistakes. I'd rather be home getting ready to watch some football. But that Buccaneers-Eagles game, I can't imagine it's going to be a very good game. That Lions game was good last night. Man, I feel sorry for those Cowboys fans. That was not good at all. My son's a big Packers fan, though, so he enjoyed the heck out of it. It's like HPD coming our way here. This is going to be the Huntsville Country Club. We got a little bit of a hill up here at Pulaski. Again, I'm just taking the middle lane because I want plenty of room to move. There's quite a few more people on the road here in town. All right, we're at Pulaski Pike and Oakwood. Normally takes me about 24 minutes to get to work. It's taking double that, but I'm fine. I'm making it. So we navigate here. This just looks icier right in here. And there's the hill. Definitely don't want to take that. They may be sledding down that today. Man, it looks a little rocky. Break in the precip. It'll come back, though. There's quite a bit more moisture in Mississippi and coming out of the shoals. 2:04. So I should have time to get out, change, and get on TV. Looks like the Parkway's open, so they've treated all that. So that's good news. I wouldn't expect as many businesses to close tomorrow, but schools may be a different story, especially the county schools. All right, here we are at the Parkway. I'll make my normal turn. I'll let them go. Try to spin out a little bit. Nobody doing donuts in the parking lot. That was one of the things I did in high school. I'd come out and do donuts. I remember this one guy was doing donuts in his. He had a 440 Roadrunner, doing donuts, and he slammed right into a pole. Man, that was expensive. I think they just told it. It was a sweet, like a 6970 Roadrunner. Yeah, the Parkway. I mean, it all looks the same. So again, if you have to get out, just be very careful. That Costco's open. How about that? I should go in there and just enjoy not so many people. The parking lot's pretty empty. So we hit that. Yeah, there's a reason they put those big buffers there. All right, we're about to make the loop north. Overall, it's been uneventful, which is good. It just gives you guys an idea of what you're going to have to deal with if you get out. And of course, at night, it's probably going to get a little slicker once that sun goes down because there's no help from the sun. There's just a little help from the sun right now. Even though the clouds are here, it does have an impact. But it's not going to melt the roads, that's for sure. Looks like Krispy Kreme is closed. All right, I'm probably going to signal quick sooner than I normally would. Because sometimes I almost get run over anyway on this access getting to work. All right, we have arrived at our location. Looks like Chelsea out there getting in a storm tracker. Slushy here. I am going to park. Everybody's got their wipers up. All righty. Getting out to cover the road conditions. I'm not going to fold my mirrors in. Usually I would, but they're probably going to freeze and I won't get them out. All right. Now I've got to go change, get ready for television. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll probably do a Facebook Live a little bit later. Update everybody on that because I know people get kind of mad when I don't do a Facebook Live, but we'll just see. So again, made it to work fine. Took me twice as long, but if I'd have spun out and gone in a ditch, it would have taken me a lot longer than that. Oh, you're welcome. You guys be safe in the snow and bundle up. Again, make sure you got supplies if you're going to get out on the road, especially later tonight, because sometimes you slide off the road and people can't see you and they don't know you're there, especially when there aren't as many people on the road, because a lot of people tell people to stay off the road. But I hope that gave you some perspective. I will see you guys later.